where do you want to be in 5 or 10 years? Do you want to be in, is it Singapore? Do you want to start your own company? Do you want to work in a nonprofit? All great journeys start with a first step forward. And I'm hoping your first step is choosing Thunderbird. The next step you really have to do is to be honest with yourself and do a thorough gap analysis. Where you are today and where do you want to be in the future? What are all the steps you need to do in order to achieve your goal? So your next step really is to partner with the Career Center, and we will help you come up with a very competitive and strategic job search plan in order to achieve your goal. And we promise we will work as hard as we can to support you. But the main thing, the main driver here really is you. You will have to take the driver's seat in order to achieve your career goal. So once you get to know me a little bit more, you'll hear me say grit a lot, because I truly believe that if you have a strong plan, and then if you work as hard as you can, nothing is impossible and sky's the limit. In the session today, like Adam mentioned, so 45-minute session, Q&A throughout the session, 20 slides in total. We will tell you a little bit more about who we are, what we do, set the expectations for you, how do we help you, tell you a little bit more about our approach, our philosophy, some of our employer connections, and what's the employment outcome. With that, I want to tell you a little bit more about our team. So 3 pillars, if you will. So start with academic advising. They are the ones who will work with you on choosing classes, the most relevant concentration, talk about what are some of the classes that will help you gain knowledge that will support you with your career goals. And we have career coaches. So imagine like basketball coach, hockey, soccer coach, they're the ones who work with you, guide you, mentor you, motivate you, work with you to come up with a game plan in order to ace your interview, work on your resume, salary negotiation, all things like that. They are fantastic resources for you. And we also have the employer relations team who will work with different companies, alumni, employers, basically recruit them to hire you. So we definitely have a dynamic and dedicated team who just can't wait to work with you. But not just our CMC team. We also have a group of second-year student workers who already lived through the Thunderbird journey so far. And then you can ask them quick questions about, oh, I'm interested in that event, where should I go? Where's that resume document you shared with me? So it's quick questions, quick resources they can provide for you. So my point is, there are just so many people that are ready to support you. And Angelique will tell you a little bit more about our approach.
Great. Thank you, Helen. All right, so at Thunderbird, we take a 3-pronged approach to working with students and helping you with your career development. So our process is that, before you make any type of career moves, we want to ensure that you truly are making moves based on what's most important to you. So we challenge students through self-assessment and feedback to really assess their career goals, your values, your motivators, your skills, your needs, etc. And we also challenge you to really assess what's going on in the environment, especially at a school like Thunderbird, where so many of you are looking for global careers, or you're looking to take your career to the next level based on trends that are happening in this 4th industrial revolution. So looking outward is all about assessing what's going on in different industries and different career paths. Is looking very specifically at companies that may be a good fit for you, and determining based on that organization if this is the type of company that you want to associate with after Thunderbird. And then we also have you look at the realities. Because many of our students are looking for those global careers, we challenge you to go to perform some deep research on what it takes to move into, let's say, a role in another country, or to completely switch field or function if you're looking to make a career change. So what we do with this, we have you look inward, and we start that process in early summer. So if any of you are have deposited already, then you're already registered for Thunderstart, which is our summer online course. But we have you look inward, and then we have you look outward, right? And put together what you know about yourself, what you've learned about yourself, and what you have learned about the environment, the work environment, to develop some very strategic career goals and a career development plan. And that development plan our students work on throughout their entire program at Thunderbird. So they start on it at the beginning of the first semester and then continue to develop it all the way into graduation. So we're all about, you not only coming into Thunderbird and focused on the academics, but how do you ensure from day one that you are aligning your career in a way that's going to help you achieve some of those goals that you have set for your own self in the very beginning of the program. Next slide, please. All right, so with a model like this, we have used this model from folks who are early career all the way to executive level. So no matter where you are in this particular webinar in your own career journey, whether you are looking to move upward, so you are a career progressor, perhaps you are in finance or you're in marketing and you're at a mid-level role and you're looking to go to a senior level director or leadership role, this model is helpful for that type of career move. It's also helpful for those folks who are looking to switch career functions. So let's say that you are a financial analyst and you're looking to go from a finance role and then maybe go into an analytical role and more of a marketing function or HR or data analytics, right? But you're switching the type of expertise and accomplishments rather, and you've had in one function and looking to move it into another. Often, we work with students who are in this program, they're joining the program so that it can help them determine what they want to do moving forward. So this model is especially useful for someone that's more of an explorer. I'm in this graduate program, but I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. The looking inward is very, very helpful with helping you discover what options could be available based on what you already know about yourself, right? It's taking in some of that information. So no matter where you are, like I said, whether you are early career or an executive level, this process can be used and we have relevant tools and resources that accompany the process based on where you are and where you need to go. Next slide. So here are a few things that we offer, wanting to give you some very specific ideas of what you could expect to engage in when you are working with the Career Management Center if you start this program or when you start the program. First of all, our professional development course. I mentioned it a little bit in the beginning of my session. This professional development course is really meant to help you be successful. You will develop your career development plan. Thunderstart, which is the online summer course, is actually a part of the course. But you will take it throughout your time at Thunderbird. And in this course, we focus the beginning on careers, but then we start to move more into functional development. So let's say that you are, moving into a data analytics role, and you need to get more training on, Excel, and some of the other tools and resources that are available in that field that you could take classes related to that as part of the professional development. We also offer leadership and management training as part of that program as well. There's also coursework for working professionals. So if you're not entering a full-time program, there's an online course for that group as well. We have career webinars that are offered. Usually these career webinars are just in time. For instance, right now, during the summer, we have, over 6 webinars that are being offered around COVID and around virtual networking and interviewing. So we had to pivot because we knew that the folks that we served are interviewing, they're engaging with recruiters in a different way. So we adjust as needed. And what's really great about that is we have partners. We have corporate partners, and we have our alumni who work very closely with Thunderbird, and a lot of them are facilitating these webinars. So CMC facilitates some, but then also the folks who are out on the market, and they're coming back and they're sharing ideas for how students can engage more and better when they're going through recruiting. Handshake, you'll learn all about that. That's the system that we use to manage all of our jobs and interviews and sign-ups for events, posting of resumes and cover letters. Basically, it is your own employer career resource tool, I should say. At Thunderbird, you can also expect to engage in on-campus and virtual recruiting events, as well as employer site visits. Now, both of those may look a little different in a very short term, but over the whole program, you can expect to have a lot of on-campus recruiting and then also an opportunity to visit companies. Employer information sessions, it could be either the recruiting sessions or what we call knowledge sessions, where once again, an employer is coming to campus to share information about what it's like to work at that company, or what it's like to work in a finance role or a marketing role or data analytics. So it's all about giving you the functional knowledge that you need to move into a new role. If you think back to my previous slide when I talked about the different career moves, sessions like that are really, really imperative for people who are either exploring because they don't know exactly what they want to do, or they're looking to make a transition from one field of function to another. So gaining the knowledge of what it takes to move into that new role is really important for your career focus. We also partner with a number of national career fairs, such as National Black, MBA, and Prospenica MBA, as well as Net Impact. Reaching Out is another one, and then the last one that we partner with is the Veterans MBA Conference. Now, I know I named a lot of affinity groups in that little spiel, but I want you to know that these national career fairs are opportunities for you to engage with sometimes up to 300 employers under one building or in one event if it's virtual. And though they are hosted by specific diversity groups, they are very, very diverse, and all are welcome to attend. So, we will be sharing more information on National Career Fair attendance over the summer if you're in Thunderbird. Career connection events and alumni mentoring. So once again, these are opportunities for us to connect you with folks even outside of Thunderbird. We feel like, and we promote, I should say, a career-focused community, in that it's not just the CMC that cares about your career and that's working actively to help get jobs and help you prepare for jobs. But we really tap into not only our alumni and our corporate partners, but also our internal staff. So we have faculty that share information about different functions and companies. We have some of our staff members across the campus. And then also we have our alumni mentoring program. So this is a group of alum who have made a commitment to mentor and help with the career success of incoming students. Also, we have our career coaching. So there are three of us, three and a half if you count Helen, even in her role as senior director, sometimes she does coaching. But career coaching is really an opportunity for us to get to know you one-on-one. We really are a partner with you. We see ourselves as being backfield, coaching, guiding you, giving you instructions on, how you can approach a situation better, or helping you practice an interview before you go out or work on a resume. Strategy, we really are there from the beginning through the end of your journey. And one thing I can say about the career coaching team at Thunderbird is that we really want to be a part of the journey. Like, it's not about you starting a program and you never hear from us again. We really take pride in knowing our students very well and being able to respond when we get a request from an alum, and being able to figure out what students will be a good fit for a position of an alum is requesting a very targeted resume book, and we'll explain resume book in a little while. But we really take pride in knowing enough about our students that when we get a job request, we can make a recommendation on students who might be a good fit for that. So it's really important to us. Also, some of the tools and resources that are listed here, they're all in Handshake. And these are tools and resources that you have 24-hour access to kind of support your Thunderbird career development. So Beyond B School is 24/7 videos that are available. Many of them are recorded or facilitated by global thought leaders in the areas of career development. So there are some that we actually recommend in Thunderstar. They're so good. Vault and Career Shift and InnerStride are tools used for either networking, job research. InnerStride is instrumental if you're looking for a job outside of your home country. So it houses strategies for looking for jobs in over 30 countries. It has a job board, videos on how to strategize your search. It's just so much information there. We will walk you through it. All right, next slide, please. I want to talk about some of the activities that we've done. I've talked about what we've offered in the past. Now I want to talk about how it has manifested, what some of the specific metrics are. We are a data-driven school, and even in the Career Management Center, so we're always looking at what we're offering, and then what those offerings, like how they're impacting our outcomes, right? So in the past year, we've had 24 recruiting events on campus. We've had 75 on-campus interviews, which is huge, and so imagine you starting a program and you know that a career management center is going to be an advocate for you, right? Bringing employers to campus, whether it's virtually or in person, but having employers that you can talk to through the program, that might lead to a job, and that's what our role is. We've had 24 employer recruiting events, and then 6 company site visits in the Phoenix area. And these are global organizations who have invited Thunderbird to come and get a feel for what it's like to work at the company for a day. We had 150 mock interviews because we want to make sure that before you have a real interview, that you are prepared for interviewing at the graduate level. And I can tell you that sometimes interviewing, if you're in a master's program, can be completely different than any interview you've had in the past. So I'm not going to leave out the one in the middle, the 107 resume books. The 107 resume books is what I mentioned a minute ago. These are custom resume books that have been developed because an alumni, or a corporate recruiter has reached out specifically to Thunderbird to say they're looking for talent that fit this demographic. And with their resume book, we go and look at the criteria and find students who match it and present those students to the employer. So we've had a lot of success with those resume books, and we're very proud of them. And Helen will talk about that more in a minute. At Thunderbird for the past year, we've also offered 12 professional development sessions. And basically these are 3-hour sessions that are offered throughout the year. And then you attend a number of them. It depends on the semester. Sometimes 1 a semester, sometimes 3, it just really depends. Career workshops on campus. So we also have done our career workshops in addition to professional development. Usually they're more just in time, or they're targeted to specific interests or groups. Mock career fairs, and not only mock interviews, we also do mock career fairs. And I'm proud to say, for mock career fairs and mock interviews, even though they are a pretend activity, we've actually had students get offers as a result of these events. We've done 8 virtual workshops and then 10 faculty impact sessions. So once again, we are a career-focused community. Our faculty not only teach the classes, your classes, they also are very engaged with helping with career success by facilitating topics on what do you need to move into a career in consulting, or HR, or global affairs, marketing, you name it. We've had so many topics on this. So this is to give you an idea. We are a small team, but we are a mighty team, right? And we have done an awful lot over the past year, and we have plans to, rock it out starting in August as well. So we hope to have you join us here at Thunderbird. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelique. Yeah, I love that when you said it's a career-focused campus, because it really is. If we look at different just job source of T-Birds jobs in the past, it's via the amazing alumni network. We have the Global Challenge Lab. So it's a consulting class every single one of you will have to do. It's working on real world consulting project with the companies, help them solve a problem by working with them in weeks. And then a lot of the time, that's great networking opportunity and potentially lead to an internship or a full-time job. And we also have fantastic faculty members who are very connected and happy to support you. And then we have Center of Excellence around the world, global hubs that definitely have a lot of opportunities and connections as well. My point is, there are just so many ways for T-Birds to find jobs. It's not just one way. I have like to share with you like 3 quick stories or examples, because I just feel like it's so powerful. One of my good friends, David, he is originally from Togo, West Africa. He's a hardcore finance guy. Now he works in Switzerland. And my memory of David is that it's just classrooms, study rooms, classroom, study room, classroom. So repeat 2 years. Because when he came to Thunderbird, he's very clear about what he wants to do after graduation. So he knows he has to work hard. And his strategy really is just library, study room, LinkedIn, nonstop, networking. That's kind of how he spent his time while at Thunderbird. And at the end, he got his dream job working in Switzerland. Another guy, I thought he's a legend in my class as well, Lee. He's originally from Beijing, China. Now he is in Seattle. And it's so interesting. The reason why he's legendary is because he submitted hundreds of applications online, into this black hole. And a lot of times people get frustrated or disappointed because you'll get rejected so many times. And he never gave up. he just kept applying because as an international student, his goal is very clear. I want to stay in the US, I want to work in this company. And he never gave up. But he also, time management wise, he's so strong. He participated in all the club events, all that kind of stuff as well. It's not just looking for jobs. And at the end, he got into his dream company he's been working with Microsoft for almost 10 years now. And my final example is Bryce. Originally, he's from Utah. His dream really is to work in emerging markets. And his method is very different compared to David and Lee. So for him, it's all about networking events, recruiting sessions, attend as many events as possible because you just never know what you might get out of those events. And now he's in Vietnam working dream job, dream company as well with his family. And it's just fantastic. So my point is, the common thing is you just have to figure out your rhythm or what's a good way that's best for you, best suited for you, and then just work on your plan and just doesn't give up because anything is possible. Final thing I'd like to share with you is just, the statistics. Salary range really depends on your experience level. And if you are young professionals who don't really have many years of work experience, will be closer to the 50,000 range side, and then experienced professional will be even above 100,000, really depends. We have partners around the world. We work really hard to maintain those recruiting partnerships, and we are ready to work hard to support you. Are you ready to join us? With that, wondering if there's any more questions for us. Thank you so much.
Any questions for Helen and/or Angelique? That was incredibly helpful.
Thank you, Adam.
I'm not the right audience, but it was incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Angelique, you might remember those 3 students.
I do.
Yeah.
I remember them all. So funny, as you were describing them, there are a handful of others who I could think of just right off the top, right off the bat with some of their stories.
Yeah.
Which is the best. I mean, it's why we do what we do, I think, is to be there with T-Birds as they go through the journey and then see where it leads them far into the future.
Mm-hmm.
So at least that's why I do what I do.
Yeah, great. Lisa has a question. How often did the students that were successful meet with the CMC?
I get this question every webinar, and we don't have a limit. I have students that meet with me weekly. I have students that meet with me every 2 weeks. Some that meet with the coach specifically when they have an issue, right, that they're trying to work through, or they need help with something specific. And then there's some that we have to chase down. So we have them in all 4 buckets, right? But the thing is, you will meet with the CMC because we will chase you down. Yes, so it really depends on you and where you are in your own, where you are specifically in your own career preparation, and what you need help with.
And I noticed we use WhatsApp a lot now, right? Sometimes students will just text us with a quick question. So,
Angelique, would you say that on average students meet twice a semester with a coach, or is it not even
more?
More?
Yeah, I will say more. We actually start meeting with students in the summer, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if you're in Thunderbird right now, module 3 is when we start reaching out, helping you with your resume. And then once that resume is done, you can start your strategy sessions as soon as that. On average 2, but we have some students who I've logged 12, 13 meetings a semester with them.
Yeah, sure.
We actually look forward to it. I love those appointments where it's, you're meeting with someone weekly, even if it's just an update or, it's just something successful. It's not even always about career. Sometimes it's about something that's happening in a club or in one of their classes. But we love having those relationships with our students.
Yeah, and Lisa mentioned that she loves to meet with coaches more frequently. So our door is open. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's so funny. The students who come frequently, they always say, "Oh, I feel like I'm bothering you. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Are you kidding? That's what we're here for. We love you." If we're not meeting with students, so if we're not meeting with students on the floor that we're on 8th floor on our campus, we literally go down to the 7th floor to find who I want to talk to, which is where all the classes are. So, just be prepared, to meet not only your coach, but to engage with your academic advisor, your student liaison, like all of us. It's truly a team approach that we take with working with you.
Great. Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank you again, both Helen and Angelique, and thank you for all of you who joined us. We know that some of you are going to be new students with us in the fall, so we can't wait to get to know you. And we also know that there were a handful of participants today who are looking at Thunderbird. So we also want to make sure that you become part of the Thunderbird global family and that we're able to provide you with all the details that you need. So, this was excellent information, and I hope it was helpful to all of you who joined in to know more about how we are here really to help you succeed in your career during and after Thunderbird. So I want to close to let you know that we have your contact information, and we'll send you some additional information probably tomorrow about our Career Management Center as well as our degree programs. If you're not already connected with one of our graduate recruiters, I can also provide you information on how to get in touch with one of them if you're still looking at our programs. We're also going to hold about 6 webinars just in the month of June. So we'll send you the link to our webinars as well. Tomorrow we actually have one on our Executive Master of Management, Executive Master of Global Management program. So if you are looking at one of our executive programs, I'd invite you to that. I also just want to share with you, and I'll send you the link of our Thunderbird website, but it's not too late if you're still thinking, maybe, just maybe, you want to apply for fall of 20, which is just around the corner. It's still not too late. We'd love to talk to you about GRE GMAT waivers for our 4+1 and our Master of Global Management program. Our Executive Master of Global Management program does not require a GRE GMAT. And then we're also still able to award some incredible scholarship monies for fall applicants. So you're not too late on any of that. So with that, again, thank you for your time today. And we hope to soon welcome you to Thunderbird as part of our global family. So thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.